Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Turtle Wars. We are in for the third season, and a lot has changed since last year. For one, the format. We are doing a fight card format for the first time since pre-series 11. That's a long time. We did 15 pre-series and are now on our third season of the televised series. Back then, it was roughly half the amount of competitors we had. There were maximum, I think, about 40 competitors back then. Now, we've got 64. We had every machine do 3 regular season fights back then. Now everybody's doing 4. We had a top 16 back then. Now we have a top 32. So a lot has happened. Last time we did the fight card format, Revenge of Armageddon was our champion. The runner-up was Plank, who obviously took the title for the first time last season. A huge victory from them, one of the most dominant performances we've ever had in the series, no question about it. They are back again, and we will be seeing them later this episode, as you can tell, given our main event on this fight card right in front of us. General talk about the format. Like I said, every machine gets 4 fights. The 64 competitors are separated into 2 groups of 32, a high tier and a low tier. The high tier are machines that have had a lot of past success or really, really impressed in the qualifiers. Our top 12 from last season, except for Wild Thing 4, are back. Wild Thing 4 did end up retiring. They were going to retire after season 1, but then they went and they won it all, so they came back again. But now they are officially retired. Alongside them, our most recent account, Mayhem Champions Green Screen. One of technically 3 newcomers, but in the high tier, I should say. But let's be honest, Green Screen is not really a newcomer because they competed in the account Mayhem. Technically speaking, also the only custom machine in the high tier. That's another thing that got added. You, the viewers, were able to enter up to 3 machines into the qualifiers. Team Roomba Wars, the team that made Green Screen, technically had 4 because Green Screen was invited right to the main series, while the other 3 entrants competed in the qualifiers. None of those custom machines impressed enough to make it into the high tier, but a few of them were close, like Demonic, for example, who was very impressive in their qualifying bout, but unfortunately it wasn't against a good enough competitor, right? And a big thing about getting in the high tier is past success, which of course these custom machines don't really have. So, 3 fights against machines in your own tier, and fight where the low tier machines try to prove themselves against the high tier machines. The high tier machines try to not get embarrassed by the low tier machines. With all that out of the way, let's get into our first fight card. 7 fights tonight. It's going to be a fun one. We've got 4 high tier matches and 3 low tier matches. We open up with Gravity, who knocked out Revenge of Armageddon last year in the second round. It was a huge upset. Here we are, the 2 bots in the arena. Gravity in the red square, Calamity 5 in the blue square. Gravity has 2 main event matches later on, one against Iron 4, one against Tsunami, so a very difficult schedule for the machine. Calamity 5, they have to take on former champs Extra Peppermint in their next match. They want to get an early statement win over one of last season's top 12 machines. Gravity want to ease the difficulty of a very hard schedule with an early win. For the house robots, we have Minnow and the Dutchman. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, activate. Calamity 5 immediately heading out, and Gravity gets the opening flip here. Underneath again, and another flip from Gravity. And a third. Minnow hits Calamity. Calamity 5 struggling early on in this match. Gravity using the flipper to great effect, but not getting super high flips that they're known for, like that one. That is a fantastic flip. Calamity 5 now in with the Dutchman. That is a dangerous spot to be. You do not want to be there. Calamity 5 able to self-right, trying to get under Gravity, and they do. Oh, chucking him up near the arena wall. That is a scary place to be when you're in the arena with a powerful flipper like Calamity 5. And Gravity, another very solid flip. Calamity struggling to self-right, now pinned onto their back maybe, but no, they get down and get right back into the match. A flip onto Gravity as well. This is a good starting match so far. Calamity 5 bringing it back perhaps after a poor start with some great flips, but cease. Not enough. Gravity claim the first victory of Season 3 of Turtle Wars, and Calamity 5 will be starting 0-1. Heading into the arena for this match in the red square, this is a serious bot versus Hulkbuster in the blue square. These are two low-tier machines, so their schedules are not going to be as difficult as the likes of Calamity and Gravity. But if I were to pick who had the harder schedule, I would say this is a serious bot. Hulkbuster, extremely experienced, but never really had a breakthrough season. This is a serious bot, a newcomer. It's got a very powerful weapon. Can it take down the veteran? 3, 2, 1, activate. We had a really good first match of the season. Oh! Will we get a second one? I don't know. Hulkbuster early on with some great shots. Bullseye flips up. This is a serious bot who slams into the drum. The hit doesn't do much. Oh, that one does though. Very nice shot from This is a Serious Bot. Oh, and another one sending Hulkbuster spiraling through the air. Big trade. So much kinetic energy between these two machines. What a hit from both bots. Absolutely sending them each spiraling. Minnow hitting Hulkbuster. It looks like the weapon might be a little bit too high, actually, to hit Hulkbuster, at least at the moment. Oh, a big shot, but the front on This is a Serious Bot definitely taking some damage. Another decent exchange, but at the moment... Oh! Oh, what a hit! Hulkbuster has just torn into the top of This is a Serious Bot. Now the two machines, they might have to be separated. We might have to pause the match here to get these two away from each other, and we will. The two have to be separated, taken apart now. We restart. 3, 2, 1. Reactivate, and Hulkbuster getting up to speed. This is a Serious Bot, though not moving. Hulkbuster turning off the weapon. Maybe an act of sportsmanship for a dead opponent, and now the count surely 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cease. This is a Serious Bot. That last shot, I'm going to show the camera here. I don't know how well you can actually see it because of the lighting is not bad, but the roof. Here. Let's do a better job of showing it, huh? Ooh. I'm extremely talented. That's the roof. Absolutely ripped open. The side also caved in. This is a lot of damage to fix on This is a Serious Bot heading into their second fight. And like I said, their schedule is not that easy, so a loss here is going to hurt, especially if the damage is going to be hard to repair. Back in the arena with two more high-tier machines. Tsunami, of course, reached a heat final last season before they got knocked out. Conundrum Evo, on the other hand, did not even try to qualify for last season. They are back again. German machine, very powerful full-body spinner. Tsunami, of course, very powerful flipper. Germany on Germany in this match. Tsunami, more successful in the past, but Conundrum Evo, no slouch. When it comes to strength of schedule, though, There is definitely one bot that sticks out above the other, and that is Tsunami. In the mixed round, they take on Apocalyptic, who is one of the better low-tier bots, at least on paper. They have a main event match against Gravity later on in the season, and they take on Soichoku in their next fight. So, all very losable matches, and Tsunami does not want to be going home winless. Of course, a win here would be very influential for them. 3, 2, 1, activate Minnow, and Bullseye back in the arena this time around. Look at that, a bit unstable, Conundrum Evo. It's been a little bit. Big flip from Tsunami, big flip from Tsunami. 3 in a row, but Conundrum Evo managing to survive and spiral around the arena. Missing the flip, Tsunami whacked on the inside, so is Conundrum Evo. Tsunami now has to self-right, and that is a full body spinner. Conundrum Evo getting into work. Tsunami, they've got to get back up, and they do. Big from them. Tsunami missing a flip in the corner here. They are getting the pushes, but not the attacks. They need to get flips in because Conundrum Evo just got a string of fantastic shots with that full body spinner. That's another one. Conundrum Evo looks even more powerful than I think they did in the past. Maybe that gap here was the right move because right now they are looking like the much better machine that Tsunami is, and Tsunami throwing themselves all about but not landing on their wheels, and that's where they need to be landing. And it's not happening. There it is, back on their wheels finally. Can they change the tide here? They have definitely been taking some vicious hits. Bullseye underneath Tsunami chucks them forward. Oh, cease! Conundrum Evo! Heading into this match, I would not have said that Tsunami was the one I predicted to head out of the arena. But if I had, it would have been correct. Oh my goodness. Wow, Conundrum Evo. What a hit. What a win. What a statement win heading into it. I didn't move the light back from the last match. That's my bad. But wow, what a fight. There are a few machines whose names fit as perfectly as New Bloods does heading into this match. Completely new team, completely new machine. Devastating weapon, as it showed in the qualifiers. They take on Blade Runner, a top hinge flipper, a lot of experience in this machine. They've been competing for a long time. They are looking for their breakout, their success. Minnow and Bullseye in the arena for the 3rd time in a row, because why not? Minnow, 4th time tonight. 3, 2, 1. Activate, and New Blood getting that weapon up, and what an opening shot they send! Blade Runner upside down. They flip him front facing, like that's something even some flippers struggle to do because of how long Blade Runner is. Blade Runner now though getting composed, getting underneath, trying to flip New Blood over. Oh! But that spinning bar now underneath, they got the pit release button, and now that pit has lowered. Oh, what a hit from New Blood, sending Blade Runner spiraling, and again. Now the pit opening you'd think would be huge for Blade Runner because they can get under and get the good push in. But at the moment, that disc of New Blood, very impressive. The driving has been very good on this rookie machine. And now, getting in, flipping New Blood over. That is influential for Blade Runner. But now, New Blood, the one underneath again, and getting that disc in. And Blade Runner, I wonder if there's damage to that underside. They're slowing down. Look at that, knocked upwards. Oh, and another big shot, and New Blood looking for that KO punch. And now, Blade Runner not moving, firing the flipper, but the bot itself is stopped. in the center of the arena, and it might be over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cease. New Blood, a statement victory over an old guard machine in Blade Runner. What a devastating machine New Blood looks to be. Could be a real threat later on in the season. As for Blade Runner, a disappointing start to their season. Hopefully they can bounce back. But all eyes gotta be on New Blood now. That was a clinic that they just put on. Heading into the arena, these two high-tier machines both have quite a bit of experience under their belt. OTA, believe it or not, actually has more experience under their belt. Both of these bots, despite being high-tier machines, they don't have the toughest of schedules, so a win here could lead to a 4-0 season for the victor. I would say Creo does have a bit harder of a season, mostly because of Creo's design and their lack of a Shreemekh, but they've been able to do well despite not having a Shreemekh in the past. How will it go here? 3, 2, 1. Activate Ribcage in the arena for the first time this season. OTA fires the flipper and misses, and Creo taking full advantage of that mistake. And another miscalculated flip from OTA. The Dutchman bringing that axe down. That one's gotta hurt a absolute ton. And Creo with a big attack there. OTA forced to get back onto its wheels. And OTA, another missed flip. Creo easily shoving OTA around at the moment. And the Dutchman bringing that axe down more and more. OTA getting out of the Dutchman, chucking him out. What is that? Hello? You've got an opponent in the ring that you haven't even hit yet. And you're attacking our house roads right on the wheel. Ribcage upset at OTA for wiping out his brethren, and that devastating saw has just ripped a wheel off of OTA. They're still crawling, and that means the fight does continue. Creo now losing one of their forks. Do they really want to keep pushing in? I don't know if they do. OTA struggling at the moment to really even drive. Using the flipper to try and kind of boost them. I don't know if I would count this as mobility. Very much struggling, this machine here, to continue its moving, and Creo has just stopped. They don't want this fight to continue. They think OTA is dead, but OTA still trying to keep it going. How much CO2 do they have to keep this flipper going? They actually get an attack in from Creo, and Creo slams him into the wall. Can they get back up? Trying, there it is. They do manage to get back onto their wheels. But they are certainly struggling to do much more than that. This is such a tough fight to watch. It's not really the most entertaining one now, is it? Creo can't do too much, really, to help out OTA or make it entertaining. We've got 20 seconds left in this match now. OTA flipping themselves again. It's just been a wounded OTA versus a Creo who doesn't want to risk anything in this match. Oh, and another shot from Ribcage. That was really the decisive moment when OTA decided to flip out the Dutchman and Ribcage wanted revenge, but no time left on the clock. Cease. We are going to the judges. Here we are. The winner by a 7-2 decision is Creo, advancing to 1-0 over OTA, who's going to be kicking themselves for that one, because really they only have themselves to blame. for that loss. Unfortunate as it is, though, they have lost. Starting the season 0-1 is not a death sentence, but it's certainly not what you want. A judge's decision, of course, does look better on your resume, though. Always fun to have 2 Lego bots in the arena, right? Lightning Strikes, extremely experienced in their home scene of China, but as we saw in the qualifiers, a lot of bots that were good there were unable to make it past some of the bots here in the States. They take on Claw Viper. Control Bot, it had a very solid victory in the qualifiers. Let's see what it'll be able to do here. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Well, the Dutchman didn't do much of anything in the last match. Plus, we've seen a lot of the other 2 already this episode. So, Ribcage and the Dutchman back in the arena for the House Robots. And this Spike is stuck in the grappling mechanism of Claw Viper. This is how Lightning Strikes won their qualifying match. They did this to Absol. They stuck right on into it, and they used that Spike to break the weapon and eventually the drive chain. Will it work here against Claw Viper? That is the question. Pinning Claw Viper up against the wall now. Oh! Rearing up to even lift Claw Viper, but a mistake on the driving. A bad mistake that it is causes my dog to get so upset at Lightning Strikes that Claw Viper has lifted him up and now showing them to the crowd, showing them to the judges. They want everyone to know they are here to play. And look at that, it doesn't quite go over the wall, but Claw Viper with a very impressive showcase with that lift. And now trying to get in again and again. A big grab out of Claw Viper, dropping Lightning Strikes on their head. They are incredibly ineffective when on their head. And Claw Viper, another grab, but the weapon snaps completely. And there's not a ton that you can do now if you're Claw Viper. Wedging around, pushing Lightning Strikes, flipping them back onto their wheels, which is probably not what you want them to do. Oh, big shove. The Dutchman stuck on top of Lightning Strikes, not having a good night either. Whacking Lightning Strikes now in the underbelly. Claw Viper slamming him into the wall. Trying to keep on him, keep aggressive now onto the other side of the arena. Into the arena pit button. One of these spikes has come off of Lightning Strikes as the pit does get lowered, but the other spike, it's dug in, and Lightning Strikes slamming Claw Viper into the wall. These 2 machines, they are going at it at the moment, and another pin. Lightning Strikes leaves. Claw Viper losing the weapon hurts a lot more than losing a singular spike, so Claw Viper may be behind on points. 20 seconds left. This is a tough decision for the judges to make, and I would not envy their position, but look at Lightning Strikes coming in with that spike. A lot of pushes here late on, and 5 seconds left into this match. Claw Viper, can they capitalize? No, cease. Time runs out, and we go to the judges. And we are back with the decision here. Lightning Strikes versus Claw Viper. Both machines took damage. The winner, by a 6-3 decision, is Lightning Strikes! The pusher bot, with its experience, goes forward. It did take the win in all 3 categories, 2-1. Claw Viper, had they not lost their weapon, had it not snapped under the weight of Lightning Strikes, perhaps victory would have been theirs, but not this time. So with that, there's 1 fight left tonight. The main event, the return of the king in Plank, and an unlucky machine to get drawn on against him in Pain.